our first class V here, back with part 3 of our CMDP series. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And today we're talking about the CMDP schedule and the point of contact documents and embedded documents. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right, so when it comes to the CMDP, okay, so like I said in the previous video, it is important to make sure that you have the unit scheduled and they acknowledge what day they're actually doing the inspections. So what I do is I break up all the categories and I'm inspecting into 4 days. Like I told you in the previous video, I do a 4-day CMDP inspection, and the 5th day is used for my makeup or whatever has to happen, right? So my day 1 inspections look like this. So I try to knock out the most easiest stuff on day 1 to get the unit rolling in the swing of things, and also, you know, just give them a little bit of a push, okay? Because there's going to be some areas of the CMDP that you know they're going to be struggling. And from my past experiences, it seems like services and shop stock, bench stock are a couple areas that they seem to suffer the most. So my day 1 inspections, what I do is I break it down, okay? So your first inspection for command maintenance on day 1 should be your PMCS, right? So when you're doing a PMCS inspection, of course you're going to use the checklist, but one area that units are struggling with is when it comes to publications, all right? So a lot of units are using these QR codes, which is awesome. I know in the past I created all the QR codes for my whole battalion for a whole rolling stock, CBRN, weapons, everything, MVDs. However, it's not authorized in our division, so we can't use that, right? So we actually have to use the actual 10-level manuals. So when we go over the publications, I'm going to show you guys, you know, what's required in the publications and how to manage that. So basically, for like my day 1, I'm just doing preventive maintenance, and of course, that's going to take all morning. Usually, before I do the PMCS portion, I'll walk the perimeter of the motor pool, check vehicles, and knock out the maintenance activity security checks. There's like 4 or 5 checks, pretty easy. Then, like I said, you know, maintenance publications is pretty easy. They need to make sure they have the publications and they have access to certain websites. Pretty simple. I know for me, most of my units score 100% on AUAP as long as they mention it in their SOP, because we currently do not have any equipment in the AUAP program. TMDE. So TMDE can be a little bit tricky. Some of the trends that I've seen in the last couple years is units are not enrolling their CBRN equipment into TMDE. That is a requirement, all right? So MWO's warranty program, that's pretty simple. Wards program, that's pretty simple as well, right? And then of course I go into the dispatching dipstick. So usually on a Monday, I make a unit dispatch a vehicle and walk me through each step by step on how they dispatch, how they look at the see if the drivers are qualified and so forth. So if you do want a copy of this, just leave me your email down below and I'll get you this. Like I said, for day 1 inspections, all of the inspections are actually embedded in the document here, so we're able to do it. My day 2 inspections, we get a little more intense. We talk about tool management, battery management program, weapon CBRN. So yeah, so those are 2 areas that most units suffer with because they put all their emphasis on the motor pool operations, but they fail to ensure the weapon maintenance or arms room or CBRN is correct. And of course, your general maintenance operations. Okay, so that's basically all your going over your SOP, making sure that you have people in appointment orders and so forth, right? So, like I said, when you send this out to the units, they'll fill out the unit POC information and the location. So especially for like weapons and CBRN, most of the time they're not going to be located at the motor pool. So they'll put in their unit armor CBRN rep and then the location. My day 3 inspections, this is where it starts getting a little iffy. Shop operations, class 9 supply operations, environmental, safety, and the corrosion program. All right. And then of course, day 4, I do most of my dipsticks. So I do the usage dipstick. So normally during command maintenance or a PMCS portion, I have this little checklist that I use, and basically I take 10 vehicles, I verify the administrative data off of the data plate and the actual miles off of the vehicle. And then I'll use that when I go into GArmy, and that's how I'll inspect my usage, my maintenance plans, and so forth, right? So like I said, we're going to do usage, maintenance plans, SSL, bench stock, and then your driver's training program. So there's a huge emphasis right now on the driver's training program. That is one area of maintenance or training that we have let go for so long, and it seems like we're back at square one, just trying to create the driver's package and the manual 348s and so forth, right? So we're going to spend quite a bit of time when we talk about the driver's training program. So that there is the actual inspection schedule on how I inspect the units. So like I said, if you do want to copy this video or copy these slides, make sure you let me know down below. And our next video, we are going to jump into maintenance publications. We're going to pull up the checklist, go line by line, explain to you what to do, what's expected, pull up the regulations, and so forth. All right, so I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for more videos on the CMDP inspection as we start our first inspectable area, which is maintenance publications. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button, and go Ordnance.